First things first, welcome in or welcome back to the channel. My name is Grin, and I hope that you are having a wonderful day. There comes a time in every RuneScape player's career that they grind a boss or even many bosses with the goal of collecting enough GP to get whatever amazing gear upgrades they desire. But no matter which way you look at it, there's one item that sits at the top of every combat style. An item so great that it alone costs over 1 billion GP. Those items are the Twisted Bow, Temminck's Shadow, and the Scythe of Vitur. In this series, I'm going to grind a bunch of different bosses until I can sell my bank and buy the most expensive one, the Twisted Bow. So grab a drink, pick a boss to grind, and come make some money with me. I ended up getting a Smoke Devil's task, so I thought I'd go ahead and do it at Thermi because it's a boss you can do. And just 3 kills in, I did get an Occult Necklace drop, which is pretty nice. It's like it's over 600k. You know, I thought it was a little closer to 700k, but I guess not. But I did decide to bring Burning Claws. I know they're not as good as Dragon Claws, at least at like Thermi, and as far as I'm aware, most places, but don't crucify me for not knowing if I'm wrong. But I do know they're good at Vardorvis, and I do plan on going back to that boss, so I decided I'd buy him and try him out, and it's pretty fun so far, so I'm gonna just keep on with Thermi. To start off this video, and probably the rest of the videos in this series, however long it may be or short it may be, I think it makes sense to recap where I left off at the end of the last episode. And at the very end of the last episode, I got a Basilisk Jaw, and our loot tab right here is at 135 mil, which is actually pretty nice. It's not too bad. Things are definitely rising, like Superior Dragon Bones are up. The Renars are starting to climb back up again, a few hundred GP. I would like these to end up at like a little over 7,000 by the time this whole thing gets sold, but whatever it sells for is whatever it is. And our total bank value is actually going up a little bit because Dead Man mode is coming to an end. So that helps a lot with the bank value. So 1.45 bill. The loot, our gear tab here is 1.17 bill. So ultimately, I think we still have like 400 mil to make roughly, and then I can sell a bunch of things and then buy a Twisted Bow. But let's keep grinding. Finally finished up that Thermi task. I will say, although Thermi is not hard and I don't necessarily mind the boss itself, I don't really enjoy the methods of killing it. Like, I started using the Redemption one just because you get more kills per hour, but I don't really enjoy it. And then the click under is just tedious and annoying. Honestly, the mage one is probably the best one to go for, but for whatever reason, I didn't feel like it. But that task is done, puts me at 648 KC, and the final drop was 100 rune arrows. And if I go to the loot tracker, all 145 were tracked, and I made just shy of 3 mil with the 1 Occult Necklace drop, definitely adding into that. And I also got 2 Onyx Bolt drops for 211k, so not a bad task overall. Gonna go ahead and get another one. Duradel was way too kind, assigning me a rather fat 198 Hellhounds task, which I love. I will have to, I don't know why I clicked that. I will have to go and get a Spectral Spirit Shield because I plan on going to Cerberus. I'm only missing one thing for the log, the Jar of Souls. I've gotten the pet twice. I've done 1,777 KC. But I would love to get this green logged, and maybe we'll get lucky and get a prim. Who knows? Finished up my first trip at Cerberus. I did end up getting 10 kills in that trip. For this says 226k, but I'm not really able to pick up all the Infernal Ashes, and I obviously didn't grab the Pure Essence because what's the point? But I did end up walking away with 160k, which is probably just double the cost of the supplies used. So I'm really only walking away with 80k loot for about 10 or 11 minutes of time. It's really, really bad GP per hour unless you get a good crystal. But that is the thing with some of these bosses. And I really do enjoy those mechanics where you actually have to grind a boss for a while and hope to get a little bit lucky. But I'm going to go ahead and keep doing some Cerberus. But one thing I've been doing in the meantime is casting Plank Make. So that's a lunar spell. I can't exactly remember the level is required, but it's 90 XP per cast. I think I averaged like 80 to 100k XP per hour, depending on how much attention I'm paying, but I'm doing it when I AFK stuff. So chances are it's not the most XP per hour, but I don't think I go less than 70k. But after the cost of the runes, the mahogany planks, and the hot mahogany logs, and the GP it costs per cast, you end up profiting about 400 GP per spell cast. So once I think I bought 11,000 of these. So once this is all done, I'll have made like a little over 4 mil profit, and I'll have gained. I'm hoping to at least get to 94 magic, because then I get Venge, and I think one of the better ice spells that are good for barraging tasks, probably Ice Barrage, if that would make a little bit of sense. But I'm going to keep on doing Cerberus and occasionally AFKing that until this is done, and I'll let you know if I get any loot. Now that is a nice drop to see at Cerberus. It's not quite the one you want, but it's still worth over 2 mil, almost 3 mil, 2.66 mil, so I'll take that, and I look forward to chucking it on into the bank. This makes KC number 1,900, not very rewarded with just an unholy symbol, but with 75 left to go, I will be just shy of 2k KC, but that's perfectly fine with me. I do love this boss. It's pretty enjoyable. It's just AFK enough that you can watch something on the side and just pay attention when Cerberus gets low enough HP, so I'm going to keep on grinding this and hopefully get more Hellhound tasks in the future. The Void Waker's super nice here, and it is a bit weird to be using a Grazi Rapier, but I do plan on upgrading to an Emberlight, potentially in the future once I get enough charges in the Arclight, I believe it is. Sorry, the ghosts made me lose my focus for a second. But once I get enough charges in that, I'll go ahead and do While Gothic Sleeps, I believe is the new quest, and get those upgrades. But right now, killing this here. And another thing I'd like to do is when I'm done that quest is to go ahead and camp the new Tormented Demons, I believe it is. Wow, ghosts again already, huh? Not being very kind to me, Cerberus. But I thought it'd be also a good idea to just like do an example full kill here now that I'm getting closer to being done. I guess I've done over half the task already, but almost done. 18 more HP. Come on, Cerberus. Just 21. Said 18, whatever. Not a bad drop though. Runite ore. The inventory is pretty funny too. Ton of rune items. I normally don't get this many, so I usually don't bring Alks. I've also been trying the Thralls and Death Charge, and it's been working pretty nicely, but that's it for that trip. That's level 94 magic finally, just from AFKing the Plankmake spell, and that now gives us access to Vengeance and Blood Barrage. So, Ice Barrage, Ice Barrage. But that's very helpful for bursting tasks, and now Venge will help me in chambers as well as maybe some Zulrah, maybe, I don't know. There's a bunch of places Venge is useful, but not having it means I can't, like beforehand, means I can't think of all the places right now that it's super useful, but I know later on when I look up guides to do certain content that I'll end up finding out it's useful in other places, but I'm glad to get another level closer to 99. I've been pretty steady on the Cerberus grind, but so far I've gotten nothing other than that one Smoldering Stone, which still can't complain. It is money, but I have to go do another trip for just 3 kills, which is pretty annoying, but hopefully get something in these final 3, and if not, I will see you guys when I get my next Slayer task. I did not get anything of note in that last trip, but the task is done, and I'm now at 227 points. Still nowhere near as many points as I'd like to have, but I am only 2 tasks away from getting a nice boost, so this will be the last one I do at Duradel for now, because I'll go ahead and do my 450th at Konar, but please something good, Duradel. Ooh, the Cave Kraken boss. Let's go. I'll just do the full 50. I already what? Okay, yeah. It was telling me my current points. Okay, sorry. I misread that. I thought it said I had 227 to do, and I was like, I just chose 50, Duradel. What are you smoking? But, all right, 50. I already have the pet there. In fact, I'm not sure what my collection log looks like. So let's actually just go take a look at it right now. So all I'm missing is the jar. I've done 1,316 KC. I think my collection log here is doing all right. I mean, the pet itself is pretty spooned, I'd say. It would be nice to get this. That'd be another green log. I did not get that lucky at Cerberus, but maybe it's the Kraken. So I wasn't really paying attention and this happened. You have a funny feeling like you would have been followed. I'm only 7 kills into this trip and this task, and I would have just gotten the pet Kraken again. So I've been given one free pet reclaim. Hopefully I'll never need it, but that is wild to have gotten it twice now in 1,323 KC. And as you can see, the clan thought it was pretty funny, but poor Kyle is pretty dry. But man, that is very interesting. Hoping that this boss will keep being generous and maybe I can get the green log. Before I go ahead and do my 450th Slayer task, I decided to finish using plank make on the 11,000 mahogany planks, and it got me, I guess 2/3 of the way to 95, which is nice because it gave me Venge, and I already had Vengeance Other, but my last task to do is apparently Fire Giants, thanks to Konar at the Waterfall Dungeon, but should be a pretty quick task, at least because Fire Giants are so quick to kill, and that will get me a nice boost in Slayer points. The 11,000 mahogany planks, however, after all the costs are factored in, are like 440 GP like profit per plank. So it's actually just shy of 5 mil profit after taking in the cost of the runes and everything used to cast the spell. So a little bit of profit, decent bit of magic XP, and one Slayer task to go before I pick something else to do. After finishing up that Slayer task, I received 300 points because it was the 450th task, leaving me at 542 points. But my very next one, Duradel, gave me, unfortunately, Aberrant Spectres, and where I'll probably go AFK this in the Catacombs at some point. I know it's not as good to do it there, but I have the chance to get Ancient Shards. I don't know. I might just skip it. I just got a ton of points, but I have like 30 minutes before I have to go do some chores, so I decided to go ahead and do some Vardorvis, and I just finished my first trip. I have not been there in like months, and I was only able to get 2 kills despite getting a supply drop and using the Blood Fury amulet, and that just goes to show that if you don't do this boss often, it is surprisingly difficult and it can kick your butt. But I'm gonna resupply and send another trip. That's actually a pretty nice drop. Unfortunately, not a perfect kill, or else it would have been 90 and worth over 700k, but I'll take it. A surprising new PB. My last one was 1 minute and 5 seconds when I had Torva, I believe, and it was just in the middle of like a 500 kill like spree I went on Vardorvis. But I also got this message saying that you have a sneaking suspicion that you would have received a hard clue scroll, which lets me know I have one in the bank I forgot about, so I'll take care of that after this trip. So if I get some more, won't have to worry about it. So I've decided to put a stop to Vardorvis for now because I keep AFKing it a little too hard and dying, but I just am not in the mood to focus on it right now, and I've died like 3 times in like the past day, which might not be that much, but when you're paying 500k every single time, you start to spend more than you're making at Vardorvis, and it's pretty annoying. But with Vorkath being such good money, I know I can AFK that boss. I'm going to go ahead and do, some amount of kills there. And this is why we love the Money Dragon. One trip of 5 kills, a little over 1 million GP, 1,052,000 GP, and that 52,000 pays for the 3 potions, whatever. Paid for all my supplies. So I basically profited 1 million GP off of one trip that took a little under 10 minutes. So like, say I did this 6 times in an hour, you could see, if I get lucky, you could argue I got like a, Onyx Bolt tip. I did get the plate leg drops, but even then, say it was 750k, do that 6 times. You can make easily 4.5, 5 mil an hour here at Vorkath right now using the Dragon Hunter Lance. So as long as you're getting like efficient trips, efficient banking, it is just so much money. I decided that after doing like 50 something Vorkath kills, I'd go back to Vardorvis now that like I had time to chill after the Vardorvis making me mad before, and I brought Burning Claws, and as you can see, the kills are pretty quick. But I got really lucky actually on my drops for the first trip. I believe it was a 6 kill trip. I got the Adamantite Ore drop twice, Cold drop twice, Dragon Dart tip Oh, actually, it was a 7 kill trip because I got a supply drop. Regardless, not too bad on the loot end of things. 700 something K, but I'm not currently using the Bellator ring, but I think I'm going to sell something so that I can, because I think that will make the trips a bit faster and more consistent. Ended up doing 3 random caskets, 1 medium, 1 hard, and 1 elite. Let's find out if we get anything good from any of these. Obviously, elite's usually pretty bad. I mean, it's a collection log, but I've only done 21 hards and 19 elites, so gonna see a lot of those. And mediums, nothing, but I do like purple sweets. All right, so the time has come to pick a winner for the 25 million GP I'm giving away, and I just want to say, first of all, thank you everybody for watching, because the video did pretty well, and I did love and enjoy reading all the comments below. So all I have to do is press start like I just did, and I will find out the lucky winner. So number 1 Penguins fan, you are the lucky winner for this. So congrats and enjoy the money. This is Whittle Nicky, in other words, the person that won the giveaway. Pretty funny RSN name, but congratulations again. You were super nice and good to talk to in the game, and your comment about the clothes and upgrading your drip was pretty funny. I thought it was a good bit, and again, just thank you everybody, and I hope you enjoy the money and can do some cool stuff with it. Unfortunately, that is going to be the last kill in this video, leaving me on KC 888, which puts me 200 KC shy of the ring drop rate. And I've done 179 Vardorvis in this video, which really isn't that much, but like, you combine it with the Vorkath I've been doing, the Cerberus I've been doing, as well as the miscellaneous like Slayer and stuff I've been doing. And like, as you can see here, I've done some TOA on the side. I've also, if I scroll down far enough here, where are you? Where are you? Giant Mole. I don't know. I can't find it in here. I've also done some Chambers of Xeric as well, but I just didn't get anything from those. And if I did, you guys would have seen it. But I guess I should go onto the bank and we can see what the tab's looking like before we end it off. All right, the loot tab is sitting at 164 million GP, which is 29 million GP more than I started the video with, which is not too bad at all. And the overall bank value is just about 1.5 bill. It actually was over that, but then I gave away the 25 mil, and now here we are. But that is totally fine. I have enjoyed every bit of making this video, as well as, you know, now that I'm done with that burnout, I've actually just been loving sitting there and camping a couple bosses, and it's been an enjoyable experience. So if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.